Final boss mode Dave has entered the chat. Dave, who did you run over? Dave.
Yes?
I feel bad for your car. It's Dave's car. It's fine. Full bash bar. So we already have the little kind of bash bar. It's really designed to fit the intercooler for the DE supercharger kit. And it has a little tow hook on it. Really, to me, that's like a tow bar, but we call it a bash bar because I guess it kind of does that. Well, this is the full bash bar. That way it goes all the way around, gets in front of the front wheels, all that, and we're putting it on Dave's DE. So yeah, this is how to install it. We're gonna go through everything. We're gonna take the bumper off, put this on. This does work with the factory bumper. So if you wanna put it back on, that way it's all discreet, you can do that. Only other thing is this does not fit with the factory windshield washer reservoir. But we have a solution. Right here, next to Alex, who's eating sweet tarts for breakfast. You're a child. So this is the low profile one. There's a bolt, got it. And yeah, so this is an option. You can delete the windshield washer reservoir entirely if you don't use it, if you're not that big on keeping it, or you can option to get this and keep everything working together. So I'm gonna get this thing unpackaged eventually because it's a lot of bubble wrap, and we'll take the bumper off and get going. Stout. Like, certainly not a weight savings modification, but I guess if you're gonna bash things with it, you don't want it light. Yeah. So, yeah. What do they call these in Australia? Roo bars. That way you can hit your roos. So one cool feature about this is there is a jack point here down at the bottom. Dave does not have a undershroud currently. We do have a Z1 undershroud that we're gonna put on it. You do have to clearance a part for this on the undershroud. So we're gonna go through, show you guys how to do all that. This is all necessary steps to get this guy on the car. Oh, that was on one. Ha. Yeah, buddy. I love it. Having the right tools for the job is amazing. So, wheels are off, good to go. Next step would be fender liners. Dave.
What? They rusted out.
They're plastic.
It's a Jersey car. Everything rusts.
Go ahead, show the people the lack of fender liner.
Never heard of her.
I can tell. You don't even have a plastic undershroud. There's literally nothing protecting your car. All right, so we're gonna pull some fender liners. That way we can put them back in at the end, but this is the section where you would remove your fender liner. Plastic clips all the way around, just kind of pull on one corner, start tugging on it. You'll see where they all are. You can use a flathead, little pliers. Fender liners out. Oh, there's one over here.
Yeah, there's half.
Oh my God. All right, so we got half of a fender liner over here. Awesome. So we got a clip here, here, and here. I think it's just those three. Oh, and the little screw, 10 mil screw here. By the way, fun fact about this 10 mil screw. If you guys are planning on lowering your car, I would recommend that you remove the screw. You don't have to have it. It won't sag down the fender liner, but the other end, the pointy end of the screw, if your wheel makes contact with it, it'll put a little kind of bump and crack the paint on the edge of your fender. Don't do that. So if you're lowering your car, or if you're already there and that hasn't happened yet, remove the screw, don't put it back in. I hate these like cheap, crappy aftermarket ones. We're gonna replace you. All these, again, I say it in almost every video, they're probably gonna break when they come out. We sell them in packs of 10 on the website. Always buy extra. Sweet. Why is there that much fur there?
What?
Dave, who did you run over? All right, so fender liners are out. Now you're gonna grab your 10 mil and get this little corner guy out. There's one here, one on the other side. And then we'll do the clips along the top by the radiator and take the bumper off. it's 3 10 mils on either side. 10 mil. And this one is separated a little bit, so you see the gap here. Not the cleanest. I can see the fender's bent a little bit. This is an easy fix, guys. So we'll take that guy out, and then now I can pull that apart. You can see how that's just bent down. Once we get the bumper off, we'll just grab a pair of pliers and just kind of bend that back up. That way it'll kind of sit more flush and not have this massive gap there. Easy fix. All right, radiator. So on the core support, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then bumper should come off. And all these are like, Dave, did you replace these with like Amazon ones or something at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, these were always on it because half of them are broken for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna replace these with like the actual Nissan ones. That one's broken all the crap. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna throw these guys away. We got all new replacements. All right, so fender liner's out, 10 mils on either side. There was no undershroud on this. If you have an undershroud, make sure you do that first. And then we got these 6 guys out. Bumper should just come off. Sweet, so 10 mil number 2. Oh, okay, it is 2. I was gonna say, that's part of the fender.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay.
Maybe, you know what it was? I had to remove this when I did the headlights.
Yes.
You would have
No,
one
it's
here.
1 and 2.
Yes, and then this one. There is normally a bullet right there.
Oh, haha. You're missing one, Dave. Congrats. Well, that wasn't doing anything. Okay. Oh, there it is. I see the one you're talking about. Okay. Now we can remove your front bumper. Hey, that's my job. All right. Grab your pocket knife and remove said duct tape from either side. And now we can do your crash bar. We're going to. Yeah, I gotta go pull one. Grab your 12 mil, come in, and then remove 4 12 mil bolts for the crash bar. Oh. And then crash bar comes off. Set this guy to the side. That's okay. Be in the video, Lucas.
We like cameos.
You guys have seen Lucas in previous videos. One of the, what is it? Is it design engineer? Is that the title? What's the, okay. In the R&D department here at Z1. So he is responsible for the bash bar. So if it doesn't fit, we yell at this guy. So we are installing this early before the product releases, and he's here just to make sure everything goes smooth. And all right, so crash bar's off, all that is good. We will have to remove this from your car, Dave, with these 2 little clips. And then we have to do the windshield washer reservoir, which we have this nifty little low pro one, and it does come with its own install guide, which for some reason is double the thickness of the crash bar. Beautiful. We're not reusing this, so we can just throw it away. Here's part of the other side. Dave,
Yes.
I feel bad for your car. It's okay, we're making it better one part at a time.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna go into the windshield washer reservoir itself. Should be pretty easy to remove, just a few 10 mils. But like Lucas was saying, just be mindful of when you connect these hoses. They're labeled red and yellow. We'll figure out which is which because one goes to the back of the car and one goes to the front of the car. So we'll make sure we hook up the right ones. That way you don't mix the controls, and when you go to do your windshield, you actually end up doing your back windshield. So a couple of connectors here. There we go. Cool. That's out. So yep, you can just grab this rubber line and you're just gonna pull it straight off the pump. Like that. little bit of spilling, and you lied. It's coming out the pump. Yep, it's gonna drain the whole thing. Lucas, when I pull these lines at the bottom of the pump, it shouldn't drain out, right? Maybe a little residual in the line. So I'm gonna actually slide that back on now that this is soaked, and I'm gonna go get a drain pan. So I'm just gonna pull this hose off, and the reservoir will drain out. There we go. So the red line, if you're looking at it from this direction, back of the car face and forward, this pump on the right-hand side went to red, left-hand side went to yellow, green top, yellow, white top, red. There we go. Let that guy drain out. Once it's done, we'll remove the reservoir. Is this a level sensor here at the bottom? Yeah. It's a little brown clip. There we go. There we go. Well, that's good. Now we can remove the reservoir, which slides in just a little groove. It like slides on top there. It just slides in there. There's a 10 mil there. So filling net comes here, goes up into the engine bay right here. That has one plastic clip right there. Beautiful. And then we should be able to just pull this out, come down over here. So I can just pull that out, pull the whole thing up and out. And then 10 mil right here with an extension. And then we'll set this over on the table because although we have a new reservoir, we need to transfer over the level sensor and both pumps. What is in here that I hear?
Yeah, level sensor.
Oh, makes sense. So will these be out when customers receive it?
I think so.
Okay.
I feel like we'll install the level sensor here, so you don't have to mess with that. 'Cause it's
Right.
a little tricky. But those I probably wouldn't leave in there because I'm afraid you like push it in, push the gasket in there, and then you're like done.
Screwed.
So
Yeah. Okay.
we'll probably have customers put those gaskets on.
Cool. Which you guys just heard all that. If not, Dave will add subtitles at the bottom. There we go. There we go. And then we'll take this supplied grommet, go over just like that. And then this one will go into there. Let me do the other one first, and then we'll lubricate that grommet up. That way it goes in a little bit smoother. This is definitely not gonna be the best way to do this, metal part on a plastic pump. I'm just being very careful just to kind of get it started. You guys just be patient with it, kind of work it back and forth because you don't want to crack your pump. There we go. Cool. 2 pumps. Now we're done with this. Don't need to worry about the level sensor because it comes with a new one. Slide this grommet on and good to go. Now this will go in there. That one will go in there just like that. All right, got myself some WD-40 silicone. Just gonna get a little bit all the way around on both pumps, just like that. Put this grommet back in like that. Grommet in, WD on it, and then now I'm just gonna lightly put some pressure on it because I don't want that grommet to like pop in. And I think we're gonna be good here. There we go. And then we'll do the same thing on this. So grommet in first, then your pump. There we go. Boom. Cleaning action while we're here because everything on Dave's car is disgusting. So now we can mount this guy back up, plumb everything back together, plug it all in, and keep going on the bash bar. We're almost there. And side note, Lucas did tell me we have a nylon lock nut here, and then this bolt right now, you guys will have a stud on the production. So this is gonna make it a little bit harder for me, for you guys, be a little bit easier. Oh, good.
Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, Lucas. I guess mount this up first, and then we'll plumb it and go from there. Alrighty. So it'll go And then that nut and bolt, which will be a stud, is gonna go here. And now I see why Lucas said it's gonna suck for me. It'll be much easier for you guys because I gotta get a bolt through there and then tighten the nut through there. Just like that. And then this, let's see. Cool. Now I'll grab a 10 and a 10 and tighten those guys up. Cool. So you guys will have a stud. I had to have a 10 mil on the other side to keep it still, and then just tighten that nylon lock nut right there. Beautiful. Now we can level sensor there, green there, gray there, and then which way was it? Red was left. I'm gonna go this way. On like that, and then yellow was like that, and bingo. So these don't come down as far. There is no special like fitting for this. Well, yeah, no, I meant there's no special end to connect this. So if you don't like this little bit of excess line, you can just cut it, make it shorter, slide it on. That way you don't have that little bit of excess. But there are two little keeps. The lines right there. Just slide like on, just like that. And there you go. Beautiful. Now let's get the filler neck on there, and then we can keep going with the bash bar. All right. Again, with a side note, changes from what we're doing here to what you guys will have. This is on with the zip tie, and then here over at the reservoir, I'm going to use a zip tie. This will come with clamps, don't worry. You guys will get better than what I'm dealing with. Same cap as the oil filter, or oil filler. That's nice. That's cool.
Washer on it.
Yep, it says washer. Is it clockable with 2 fingers just like the other one? Nice.
Wow. Everybody say thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, Lucas. Bracket here. I got bolt and nut, so it'll sit just like that. And I'll put that 10 mil in there. And then now from underneath, I'll screw this guy on and then get my impact and a wrench, hold them together and run them together. So the bolt's here. I got my nut. I'm gonna put my fingers through here and then put the nut on the back side of this bolt. Whew, this is a tough one just because of that bend. It's a little tricky. So I'm gonna hold it with 2 fingers like this, put it up, and then I'll use the impact and just tighten it up. There we go. So yeah, I got it started. Oh, I see about the double side sheet metal, yeah. Cool, there we go. And then now that that's mounted, come back over here. So we'll just slide this guy over, just like that. And like I said, you guys will have clamps. I'm just using a zip tie for now. I'll grab a pair of snips, trim off the excess, and that's the washer reservoir. That's my pocket knife. Sweet. Beautiful. Now we can fill it up. So it is a little bit of a slow process just because of the diameter of the outlet on this metal filler neck. So just take your time. If you spill a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It's windshield washer fluid. And there we go. She is full. So you can see I just filled it up until it stopped. So I'll just put a rag just to soak up some of that on top. Then we can take our cap and screw it in. As I screw it in, I'm sure it's going to push a little bit more out. Not a big deal. There we go. Sweet. Look at that, Dave.
It's pretty.
Sorry, I made a little mark on it. That's my fault. got a socket too close to it. All right, and now we can keep going with the bash bar. Washer reservoir is on. Bash bar just goes right here where the factory crash bar went, just like that. And you're gonna reuse the same hardware that you used to take off the factory crash bar, put it back on, and we'll torque to 17. Yeah. There we go. 2 more over here. Yeah, old 2-finger, there you go. All right, realistically, I'm only gonna be able to torque down these guys with a torque wrench. I don't have a way to get to that one, so we'll just put a 12 mil wrench and just kind of snug it up. It'll be fine. All righty, look at it, Dave. I love it. 17 pound-feet. Two, 3. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be able to get to that one with a swivel or anything, so it'll just have to be a wrench. Go ahead and do the other 3 while we're here. And then I'll grab a 12 mil wrench. One more. Bingo, bash bar on Dave's 350DE. So what we're gonna do from here, that's all you're going for, you're good to go. But we are gonna go one step further. This doesn't apply to all of you guys, and we are going to do Dave's Undershroud. He didn't have one at all, period. So we're gonna put a Z1 on, and in order to utilize that guy right there, we do have to notch a little piece of his undershroud out. So we're gonna pause for a second, let Mr. Matt Yates get some photos and everything for the listing, and then we'll put the bumper on, put the rest of the undershroud on, and we'll jump to clearancing that. So see you guys in a few seconds. All right, so this isn't gonna apply to all of you, but maybe some. If you already have a toe strap and you have a 03, which Dave's is an 03, he doesn't have a toe strap, but this may apply to some of you guys. Right here on the listing, 4-hour toe strap. If you're watching this after Black Friday, sorry, you should have bought it during Black Friday. Year, make, and model, 03, 04, 08, 07, 08 Nismo. So if Dave already had a toe strap, it will not work with the new bash bar. This diameter is larger on the front bash bar than it is the factory crash bar. So we are gonna grab him one from the 04 and newer one. The Nismo is the same thread pitch and diameter and all of that. It's just longer to make do for the larger front Nismo bumper. So just key note, make sure if you're doing this and you're an 03 and you're thinking of using your toe strap, you will have to get a new one. Got the larger one, like I said, for non-03 because of the bash bar. All right, so like we said, we're going to do the whole undershroud trimming there. I'm gonna start putting the undershroud on really back to front. Dave didn't have one to begin with. And look guys, we helped Dave out. We have fender liners now. Dave, you have fender liners.
Yay! My engine is protected.
Ignore that little not so good looking pieces. His bumper was a little messed up. It's okay.
It was a little rusty.
So I'm gonna put everything up as close as I can to this, and then I'll take a paint pen, kind of mark the area that we need to trim out, and I'm gonna trim it out as best as I know how. All right, so service panel's on, midsection's on. These screws will have to come back out. We just put them up there just to hold it on for now. And I kind of mocked up all this. You guys can see the bottom of the bash bar, jack point hits right there. So, obviously very rough cut, right? We actually have one of these already over there that Jesus has done this to his G35. So I just laid that piece on top and just kind of marked out where his was very roughly. And now we're gonna go over to the fab area where I'm just gonna cut this little semicircle out, deburr it, come over here, test fit it. If it touches, we'll take a little bit more. If it doesn't touch, we'll be good to go. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this in a vise. Now, if you guys are gonna do this at home and you actually, like, you're weird about the finish, you want it to look as good as possible, put a rag in between, that kind of thing, you know, take your own precautions. Dave, you got this one for free. I don't care. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with an angle grinder like this, put some air to it, and I'm just gonna come down and make a whole bunch of vertical cuts, kind of like this, and just try to get as much of the center material out as I can, because I don't think I have a good, oh, I do. I might be able to use one of these guys. I might be able to come down and kind of like follow a general curve with this. And actually, then I might be able to deburr with this multi-cut. Actually, yeah, we might be good. This might be turning out better than I thought. Dave, I'm scared. Are you scared? Because I'm scared. Anytime I get into fab work, I'm like, this is gonna be bad. Also, for the final detail, that's exactly what I was needing. It was just sitting there, a little flapper wheel, just to kind of clean up the edges. And if we really want to go an extra step further, we can take a piece of like rubber weather stripping and run it around the edge. That way it's not just like sharp, raw metal all around the edge. We'll see if we make it that far. So yeah, I'm gonna look for some glasses because I don't want metal flying in my face, and we'll get started. Full chemistry class, high school green, got the little adjustable straps on the side. And just know, even if the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flown. All right, I don't even know if this is the appropriate tip, like blade, to cut aluminum. So now what we can do is take this guy. So now I got my flapper wheel. I have my very, very rough cut, and we're gonna smooth it out. Slowly but surely. Got my cuts?
Did you use scissors?
I used that thing.
Alright.
Let's see if that works. Really need to take a little bit more material there. Let me hit that. It's Dave's car. It's fine. I like how he was looking out for you, though.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's going in the intro.
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's atrocious. But it's mine, and I love it. Let's see if that's enough. The footprint at the bottom is wider, but I don't need it to be, yeah, that. I just need it to slide around.
Like a glove?
That way. Oh my God, dude, it's perfect.
Dude, it's perfect.
It's literally
Holy
perfect.
crap.
I'm so excited. I love it when stuff just comes together like that.
Right?
All right, so because of the way it's shaped, I can't go back then front. I'm gonna have to go front then back. So we're gonna slide it on first. 2 more. All right, that's how you install a Z1 full front bash bar, low profile windshield washer reservoir, fender liners, undershroud, and clearance the undershroud for your bash bar. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment on what how-to video we should do next.